Yo, what up? What up? How's everybody? Hope y'all are ready for this weekend, man. I ain't gonna be doing no videos on the weekend. I got softball tournaments and I'm busier on the weekend doing stuff with my family than I am during the work week, to be honest. Um, but I have some ideas for today to kind of, you know, make enough videos so that it lasts throughout the weekend. Today I want to do Bizzle. I just did my Good Music Friday, got waived for copyright. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll figure it out. Don't worry. And I do want to shout out God Over Money. I want to shout out Bizzle. And I always said that if I ever start doing this music reaction thing like I want to do, because listen, I know a lot of y'all don't know what y'all are getting into by even subscribing to my page. And I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. I'm trying to do a million different things. And why not? You know what I mean? If I want to break down some music, I'm going to break down some music. If I want to talk about Jesus, I'm going to talk about Jesus. If I want to talk about what's going on in the news, I might talk about what's going on in the news. I am going to stay away from that whole Israel, Gaza, all that. I'm praying for the people of Israel because that's what the Bible tells me to do. But I'm also praying for peace in those other places as well. And that's all I got. I don't know fully what's going on over there. And truth be told, I don't know if I even trust. I don't even know if I trust like any kind of media or news or I just don't, man. So hard for us to believe anything nowadays. They've lied to us left and right so much. CNN, Fox, everybody. We need some kind of news channel that just spits out truth. Like this is what happened today. And I'm not going to say why I believe it happened or what I believe will come from it. I'm just telling you what happened. That would be so good. Y'all can make a lot of money if y'all do that. Just saying. Anyway, let's break down this Bizzle. This is called Bamboozled. Sorry for letting that ad ride a little bit. Sorry. Anyway, let's do it. Bizzle, Bamboozled. Let's get
God
it.
over money, yeah. I just been sitting back, watching, taking in information, not jumping.
I just been sitting back, watching, taking in information, and I'm not jumping to no conclusions. If you tell me something about, name somebody. If you tell me something about Ludacris, like Cat Williams said he was in the Illuminati, a lot of y'all just jumped to conclusions and said, that makes sense. Ludacris is in the Illuminati. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to make up my own conclusions. And that's just me. Y'all go ahead and y'all have y'all's wars going back and forth with each other. I'm just going to sit back and take in the information and I'm just going to keep on watching because yikes.
To conclusions. They try to play on our emotions so much. I like to just sit back and wait for the dots to connect. You feel me?
I do.
It sucks watching people sleep. I understand now why the higher ups call people sheep. They go where you send them. Of all the things that should offend them, they only focus on what you tell them should upset them.
It sucks watching people sleeping, bro. I feel like the whole world is asleep. I know the truth. I stand on the truth. I stand on these principles. The truth is biblical. That's what I believe. And I believe that this can help unify the world and make everything better. But I got to watch y'all sleep on that. And I got to watch these people and these people tell y'all what y'all should believe in and that what I believe in is wrong and crazy. And I just got to kind of sit back and watch what happens. It sucks.
I remember this music exec told me the people is sheep, most of them stupid as heck. Focus on you, get a check. But I refuse to mislead people or view them as less, just to be mocked by the same people I choose.
That part right there is crazy. Think about what he's saying. I remember this a music executive. So Bizzle, for those of you that don't know, there was one point in time where he was actually rapping as just a regular rapper. He wasn't even a Christian rapper. He wasn't saved yet. He was just rapping regular, like secular hip hop. And he had a music exec tell him like, listen, man, just focus on the check. Focus on you. These people are going to follow. Just, you know what I mean? These people are going to follow whatever you do, whatever you say. Just focus on you, get a check. Because these people out here that you're making music for are stupid. And what Bizzle's saying right here is like, I refuse. I want to make sure that I get the words right here.
Get a check, but I refuse to.
I refuse to mislead people. So you want me to say this, you want me to say that, you want me to tell people to go left when I believe they should go right. I refuse to do that and view them as stupid unless
Mislead people and view them as less, just to be mocked by the same people I choose.
Just to be mocked by the same people I choose to protect. That's deep.
To protect, it's like I'm back in the day, going against massa and getting attacked by the slaves, taking my lashes while they laughing away, cause they don't know that I was trying to free them. They played a clip for him, told him I was trying to leave them. I found.
See, he's making the analogy of like he's back in the day, a black man, and he's a slave, and the rest of these people are slaves with him, and he's trying to show a way out, and he's trying to get them freed. But as he's getting his lashes and taking his whippings, it's almost like these people are just watching and laughing away because the slave master said that he was trying to leave them, but really he was trying to figure out a way to free everybody. But the narrative that got pushed to these slaves made them laugh and think that it was funny that he was getting attacked this way. Back then, that never would have happened. But today, the way people are sheep, it's almost like it's really the perfect analogy, honestly.
Found out they putting poison in what they feed us, to kill us slow from the inside and make us weaker.
I found out that they're putting poison in our food to slow us down, make us weaker so we can't leave.
They said he's trying to steal your food, he wants your children to starve.
And then they say, I found out that they're trying to poison us in the food, and now they're saying that I'm trying to steal the food. So y'all believe them. And they show a picture of me burning all the stuff that we've been eating. I burned the stuff that we've been eating, literally lit it on fire because it's poison. I found out it was poisonous. But because they showed y'all this picture of me burning the food, they flip the narrative and make it seem like I'm trying to make all of y'all starve.
The picture of me burning all the shit we've been eating, cause when the truth make them shook at me, they drum up a case. If they can change how you look at me, you'll laugh while they whooping me in front of your face. The right narrative can bury who they want to erase. Remember Lauryn Hill spoke up? Crazy. Chappelle didn't want to wear a dress when he left. He was crazy. Ye was in the.
Now, I'll be honest, I don't remember what Lauryn Hill did when she spoke up, but it was probably on some Prince stuff. I like Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill's a strong woman. She probably spoke up against the music industry in general, saying like they're trying to push narratives through the music, and she probably wasn't about that, so she probably spoke up. But I remember Chappelle. I'm old enough to remember that. Chappelle is my favorite comedian of all time. He is hilarious. Stand up. I used to love the Chappelle Show, man. I loved the Chappelle Show. And when it came time for him to renegotiate and re-sign contracts, they made him look nuts. They said that he like left the country, ended up on crack, and like all of a sudden he was a drug addict because he left the country because he turned down $50 million. He turned down their deal. And because he turned down their deal, because he didn't want to do stuff like wear dresses, he didn't want to do what they wanted him to do. And he felt like it was just too much finicky, fruity stuff going on. So he said, no, I don't want to do that. And he left. He left the country and turned down $50 million. It ended up working out for him in the long run because now every time he does a special, I think he gets paid like $1 million for every special that he does. And then you got Ye. Ye came up, he had Jesus Walks, and I salute it. But over the course of time, I think that Ye got sucked into the enemy part of the industry. Like I'm not going to say I'm not going to talk about no Illuminati or nothing like that. But there are people in the industry that serve a purpose, and that purpose isn't godly. We can all agree with that, right? So I believe that Ye was serving that purpose that wasn't godly. He was in bed with celebrities in the famous video talking about Taylor Swift still owes me sex. But when he turns his life around and gets to know Jesus, that's when they call him crazy. That's when they call him crazy. That's wild.
Bed with dead celebrities calling himself Jesus, but when he met Jesus, crazy. Trump was they buddy. They all got money. Before he ran for president, these same folks loved him.
That's crazy to think about too. We've all heard the stories. We've all seen the pictures. Like Trump was a friend of hip hop. I've seen Trump on MTV, on BET, and everything in between. Heard people make songs about getting money like Donald Trump. Nelly on Country Grammar. Mac Miller had a whole song called Donald Trump. And all of a sudden, he makes it to the White House. They start pushing that narrative. And now everybody hates him because of the narratives that are being pushed. And he does, and Ye does some of that to them. Some of the stuff, they do it to themselves, right? But
I wonder what changed though. Is it because he racist or wouldn't like the White House up like a...
now I like this part because he's leaving the question to beg to make sure that you're paying attention to what he's saying. Is it because he was racist that people didn't like Donald Trump? Or is it because he wouldn't light the White House up like a rainbow? Because propaganda and narrative push wise, they were trying to promote gay couples and gay marriages, right? I mean, that's not hard to tell. It's obvious. And because they were trying to promote this, I hope I don't get canceled before my page even blows up. Anyway, because they were trying to promote this, they were pushing propaganda and narratives that dismantled Trump, or they tried to dismantle Trump through the narratives and the fake news that they were pushing, right? So is that why people hate Trump, or is it because he's actually racist? Because a lot of people say, I don't like him because he's racist. But is that really it? Or did you just get fed some false narrative and propaganda because in reality, he didn't put on for the LGBTQ plus community? It's a good question. It begs a good question.
A rainbow. You don't find it funny that the same Grammys and Oscars we call racist claim to hate him because of that?
And the same people that we say is racist because they don't know our music and put on for us in hip hop culture, those same people are calling him racist. You don't think that's funny? You don't think that's a little strange? A whole industry that promotes evil consistently.
Whole industry that promotes evil consistently. Now they hate evil and shame people who...
Now they hate evil and shame people who disagree. But what is evil and what is good? Somewhere along the lines, that's crisscrossed. Whether you believe in Jesus and you're biblical or you're not, I believe that morally, when I was coming up, what was good and what was accepted as right and what was told to us as wrong has completely flip-flopped. So do you stand on moral? Do you stand on principle? Or do you follow narratives and propaganda? Bizzle spit.
Disagree? Some of that he bring on himself, and so do Ye though. You can't meet with him, agree with him, or say his name no, but call you a coon, Uncle Tom, and say you ain't black. You wonder why Joe Biden felt comfortable enough to say that? Isn't that the same way used to manipulate cats, calling you homophobic when you don't agree with they plans? Black folks...
If you don't agree with what they're saying, you're anti-Semitic, you're homophobe, they automatically put you in the complete opposite direction as an evildoer when you don't agree with their propaganda or what their plans are. Black folks running the same plays that gays ran.
Running the same plays the gays ran, cause black lives didn't matter till we shook they hand. Then it was first gay NFL player black, then it was first gay NBA player black, then they had a wedding at the Grammys presented by him and a black rapper, and guess who officiated that? A black woman. They used our oppression as a tool for protection and sympathy.
They used our oppression, they used our What does he say right there? That's hard. It's good rhyme scheme.
Black woman,
They used our oppression as a tool for protection.
oppression is a tool for protection and sympathy is a weapon.
And sympathy as a weapon. They used our oppression as a tool for protection. And they used sympathy as a weapon.
Like you, I see the dots start connecting as these
Come on,
fake
Biz.
Jews call Ye anti-Semitic. History
Come on,
of
Biz.
oppression, you can't disagree with them. Sympathy is a weapon. If you do, you mistreating them. They rip the black billionaire in front of your face to say no matter how rich you get, stay in your place, nigga.
They ripped a black billionaire in front of your face just to show everybody, no matter how rich you get, you better stay in your place. You can promote sex, drugs, and murder, but the minute you start talking about Jesus, and listen, man, what Jay said about the Jewish community was wrong. I truly believe that. But for him to like, he was left defenseless. And so many people turned on him unless you were like a Kanye stan. And they did that. They made the people turn on him. And he played a lot of those cards himself. He did. But at the end of the day, it's really just a matter of like, quit holding on to this propaganda and this narrative that they push, and let's just see what happens. That's my vote. I think that we should just sit back, chill, and quit following what they want us to follow and quit doing what they want us to do, and let's just see what happens.
Promote sex, drugs, murder on the daily. You can
kill babies.
You can say a man got pregnant by a lady. Really? The things that you can't say don't make you question why what you can say is great.
The things that you can't say don't make you question why what you can say is gravy. You can say that a man had a baby. You can say that abortion is fine. You can say that a man should be able to marry a man and a woman should be able to marry a woman. You can say that a man is a woman or that a woman is a man. But you can't talk about specific people or you will get dismantled by propaganda and narratives that make you look like a foolish crackhead.
I'ma kill a nigga, I'ma kill a Jew. One of those are wrong, one of those are cool.
I'ma kill a one of those are wrong, one of those are cool. Why? Why would one of those be wrong and one of those be perfectly fine? Why?
One of those will get a rich black man canceled. The other one will put a new Grammy on his mantle. But what do I know? I'm just a Christian rapper, black entrepreneur, black father actor.
And he does this so smooth right here. But what do I know? I'm just a Christian rapper. And then he just goes on to talk about how his life is actually quite beautiful. So if you want your life to be beautiful, he might have the secret. Like he might have the key. He might have the key to the gateway that you need to have a good life yourself. But what does he know? You know?
Black husband rapping
I like
like
that.
you care about a black life. Black philanthropist, water to Africa and the Flint. Black man of God with a catalog. Your children can rap along with in the car with you. And it's hard.
That's dope. I can't put enough emphasis on the fact I got a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old at home. And every time we're in the car, I can literally play anything from Bizzle, anything from NF, anything from Datton, anything from Lecrae. And it's hard music. It's dope. And they can rap along with it and enjoy the music the same way that I do. And I love that. And I can't say that I appreciate it enough from all four of those artists I just named. Thank y'all for making music that my kids can listen to and enjoy in hip hop form the way that I grew up enjoying music and hip hop. But the music I grew up on, I shouldn't have been listening to at the age that I was, but it is what it is, right? Here we are.
And I ain't saying this so y'all support me. I'm just trying to show you what y'all been calling corny.
Look, man, I ain't saying all this for y'all to support me. I just want y'all to know that all these rappers that are your favorites, they're putting on dresses, they're supporting propaganda, they don't stand on their own two legs, uh, they don't have any code, they don't have morale, they don't even have a real purpose. When you think about it, their only purpose is to feed the machine for the machine to feed us this propaganda and this nonsense through their lens. But I'm corny because I stand on my principle, I stand on my morale, and I have a good life. I do things the right way, and I'm the corny one.
People remember the narrative is imperative. What other reason would Jews flip on Jesus and choose Barabbas? We still choosing the killers over the healers, huh? We still follow whatever leaders they give us, huh?
Whatever leaders they give us, those are the ones that we're going to follow, huh? But I'm corny because I believe in Jesus and I believe that Jesus is the way, the truth, the life. I know y'all got all these different truths now where it's like, this is my truth and that's his truth and this is our truth. No, there's the truth and Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And that's what I believe in. So I'm corny and I'm wrong and I'm evil because, like I said earlier in the video, they've somehow flip flopped evil and good. And y'all believe me to be the evil one. But
look at the ones with the most influence. They won't go against the grain. They paid to make the grain look doper too.
look at the ones out here with the most influence. Look at the Drakes. Look at the Jay-Z's, the Eminems. I mean, these are artists that I love. I'm not gonna lie, I love these artists, but they're literally the most influential. They're paid to make that narrative and that propaganda over there look better to us than our lives. But a lot of them would kill just to have what I have. I tell my wife this all the time, where I'm like, you know, every every couple that has other couples that are, friends, communities, there's always going to be like a keeping up with the Joneses, right? And I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, man, you know how many people would kill just to have the relationship that me and her have, let alone the kids. And we got kids, and our kids are awesome. People would kill for that. So really, who's rich? I'm rich. That's my opinion.
I digress, y'all. I just be over here corny, watching all the cool rappers put a dress on. I just
I digress. I'm done. All right, I'm cool. I'll just be over here and I'll be the corny one while all of y'all's favorite rappers are out here putting dresses and wigs on and acting like ladies and pretending that ladies can be men and that men can have babies. I'll digress. Okay, y'all got it figured out. I'm evil. Y'all are good. I digress. I'm just going to sit here and love on my Jesus and I'll be the lame one while all of your favorite rappers are out here doing all this morally corrupt nonsense. That's cool. I'm down with that.
want you to take a look at the industry. Hollywood and music, look at the symmetry. Look at what they push, look at what they claim to be about. Look how anybody in disagreement get weeded out. Think about what you and them agree about. Abortion and same sex, and one result they both bring about: death.
Yikes. Hello. Sometimes it just takes one person to say one sentence for you to really lock in and think about it. What they promote is death. What does same sex bring ultimately? What does abortion bring ultimately? Death. But they promote it as if it's the way of life.
But God is life, so the plan is murder your seed to make sure it don't get planted.
But God is the life, so the plan is to murder your seed or either just make sure that the seed doesn't get planted.
Where's the lie? Y'all remember God made a promise to Abraham to multiply his seed. Now look at Satan's plan.
Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's just praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Got us brainwashed so bad, we march for the right to do it to ourselves. Look, ma, no hands. But you don't think the devil real, so you can't see it. So you never understand why they hate Jesus. Just beware of wickedness in high places, claiming they Jews, but they the synagogue of Satan. Bizzle.
Now, I normally end the video by giving a little speech or talking a little bit, but I'm going to let this video play out on its own and let Bizzle finish the video up with what he says. And I just want y'all to concentrate on it and think about it.
I was on the plane the other day, and I'm watching this movie called Ocean's 8. And these ladies, they were pulling off this bank heist. And halfway through the movie, I realized I'm rooting for the bank robbers. They're the bad guys, but that's whose side I'm on in this thing. I want them to get away. And I asked myself, how is the Christian going for the bad guy in the movie? And I know you'd be like, oh, but it's just a movie. I've never watched the episode of SVU and was hoping that the pedophile got off. So what's the difference? Why is it when I watch Bad Boys, I'm going for the cops? When I watch Takers, I'm going for the robbers? Then it hit me. The director is able to present this thing in such a way that he can control which side I fall on. So my question to you is, if this director can do this with his finite brain, how much more do you think Satan is able to do if he controls the people who control the narrative? Y'all better get in that word. CNN might say one thing, Fox might say another thing, but the word of God remains the same.
Amen.